Leo.
Hello Leo, this is your astrological forecast for February 2016, and I really love the new moon this month, which is showing up in your 7th house for love and relationship, partnerships, balancing out those energies with those who you are really close to and interact with one-on-one. Of course, that could be your significant other, it could be somebody else that you work with tightly, but here, this is where you're going to spunk off with new energy that you're setting up not just for February, but you're setting it up for the whole entire year until the new moon reaches this area next year at approximately around the same time. So when you have the new moon there, you have the sun here in that 7th house. This is going to be a month where you can really make great advancement with how you want to balance out your relationships, to perfect it and increase more time being shared with your partner. And since they're both here in the sign of Aquarius, Aquarius has a tendency to think outside of the box, to think in genius new ways, right? Where we can download inspirations from above with wanting to explore maybe new realms. So you'll see it's going to be a very nice month for you. Now it is in the opposite sign of your 1st house, you being Leo. Aquarius is the opposite end. So you're actually bringing these two energies together, finding the midpoint between what is important to you, which is the 1st house Leo, and what is important to your partner. So there's a mirroring effect taking place. But you can do this in such a grand way that I feel that you're going to be quite happy with how this month is going to fold out for you, especially because we have a long list of beautiful transits, Leo. I think you're going to be happy and excited. What I do see here is that we have your 6th house where you're looking at your day-to-day routines. What is important? What do you want out of your daily life? Do you feel that life is just passing by too quickly, where you're not allowing yourself to stop and smell the roses, or to be able to fit into your schedule things that are important to you on the inside? Well, this month will allow you to get all your ducks in a row, to look at what you see as priorities and weed out a little bit those things that are not really important, but that keep coming into your life, stealing very important time. So maybe you'll be less on social media to be able to dedicate to a different priority. Whatever it is for you, you'll figure that out. Because here we have Mercury, we have Venus, we have Pluto in this area that's going to help you line those things up. Especially Venus will know from the heart what is important and essential for you. That's how you're going to navigate and know what to eliminate. That's Pluto. Pluto will always be the elimination process of things that have outgrown its purpose, but it will renew those things that are important to us. And this is coming up with quite a passion. When we put Venus and Pluto together, we have great passion taking place. Now, on the 5th, this is when Venus and Pluto will meet, so you want to make sure that you have come to what it is you truly want. And I can promise you that this is a day of deep passion, deep desire, because I can see how you're just so incredibly focused on honing in what it is you truly want. You've been thinking about it for a long time here, Leo, but now is the time to pursue, take action, and trust it. Now, right before, on the 3rd, we will have Mars and Pluto coming in. So that's kind of like the door opener where you're aligning your physical sense, your desire, your goals, your ambitions. Pluto really coming in with that great force right behind it. It's opening up these doors to secure what it is you want. And when I say secure what you want, that's Saturn. Is always about security, always about anchoring down those things that are important to you, which is the sun. So they are sextile, just like Mars and Pluto. This is on the 3rd. So you're starting off knowing, seeing, aiming for what it is, taking action upon, so that on the 5th, not only have you taken action already, but you're already getting some feedback on the action that you took is desirable, is what it is that's going to fill your Venus with this potent energy of Pluto. So what is it going to do? Well, here on the 6th, it's liberating you from your old ways. Whatever it is that you're now installing into this new, it feels great. It feels empowering. It feels refreshing. Uranus is making all these new things new and exciting. One of the greatest keywords for Uranus is excitement, the unexpected. Now, on the 6th, you have Sun and Uranus. They are sextile. You have Mercury and Jupiter. They're trine. This is a very beautiful aspect of communication, where Jupiter is coming in and giving to you, not just a little, but in abundance. And so I'm feeling there's this gratefulness, and feeling humble at whatever this is. Great fortune is what we can always say with Jupiter when she's well aligned. And this month she is aligned first to Mercury, later in the month, both Venus and Mars, more on that later. But it's going to liberate you, and it's going to free you up, and you will find this new path. It's like really hanging a 90-degree here on the 6th, where it's as if the universe is putting you on a totally new path. I'd like to say that here, Neptune, that is your goals, your higher aspirations. It's the ideal. You've been focusing for a long time on really wanting to secure your, when I say assets, we're not just talking the physical material, the money and all that, but it's also the assets that you hold on the inside, spiritually, what you're seeking for, longing to have with a significant other, whether you are in a marriage, in a relationship, even for those of you who are single, there's this deep, gut-wrenching longing and yearning to really have that connection, to have that soulmate yearning, that you could be two to actually achieve higher goals. And I'm feeling here that yes, you're getting towards these goals now. Why? Because you've been doing such a good job of sifting out not just what you want, that is important, but I feel even more so important is becoming very clear, Leo, on what it is you no longer want in your life. Because it's only when we get rid of that is when we can open up new room and space to actually invite new energy, new circumstances, new people, and material things into our life, because we've made that room open for it. So I'm feeling here, if you've done your work, your homework really well here in the past, February should come in and start filling up the shelves that you have creating new space for. So this very first week of February, you will see how you're cutting through to the core. The rest of the month, you're just going to see how everything is starting to just fall into place. It's not going to be a stressful month. I feel this is time for you to take off a little bit, time and space for yourself, to really enjoy what it is you have created, to take time to smell those roses. We have on the 7th Venus and Mars coming together, and that is love and passion. It's male-female, it's money and action, those things that both Venus and Mars do rule. And when they come together in sextile, we see that things are really synchronistically falling into place. There's times where we can give and work, and we're treading water, getting nowhere, seeing no results. Doesn't make sense, does it? You'd think that that's when you would achieve, because you're putting out all that energy. And then there's other times where you're not really doing too much, and suddenly everything falls into place. That is synchronicity. That is what you're going to have, and you'll feel it. There around the 7th of February, there's such joy, and do take a little time off here, because on the 8th you have the new moon. That new moon here for you is in the 7th house for your significant other. So it's time to romance a little bit here those days. On the 10th, we have your moneymaker and your romance partner. Energy is really up and running with Jupiter. And Jupiter will only bring you those things that you really, truly deserve. And when it's trine, it happens only twice a year. So you have that on the 10th. Jupiter is in your 2nd house. So there may be money coming to you. If anything has been owed to you, you may receive it around the 10th. Or it could be money coming from the past as a gift that you didn't have any idea of. And I say that because Jupiter is retrograde right now and will be until May 10th. So it being in your 2nd house for money and income, well, you know, there might be some passed up opportunities or money promised to you earlier that didn't come. Retrograde will now come around, bring it back to you. You have the full moon too, talking about Jupiter. The full moon will be on the 22nd, 3 degrees there in Virgo. And within that first 24-hour span, the full moon will meet up with Jupiter and expand this, right? So your whole great illumination focal point of the month will be on your income and your finances. So of course, you know, that is always happy, great news. But let's go back there to that 10th of Venus and Jupiter. That Venus has then moved close to the end of your 6th house, coming into the 7th. So this is where some of this news will be coming from. And on the 13th, we have Mars and Jupiter 6th house. So that's action. This is now coming from your foundation. It could be home, family, who you are on the inside. It's passionate because Mars being in Scorpio won't leave any rock unturned. You know, it's you really wanting to get to the nitty-gritty. It's a great time for you to focus on family members, or where you live. Maybe it's a time where you will get a lot of things done that needs to be fixed around the house. That at other times you may see it, notice it, and then you just put it in, you know, on your mental notebook to catch up with it later. But now is the time when Mars is here to get those things squared away and have joy with it too. It will actually come to energize you. But I'm feeling that there is money coming in, and also money being either placed or put into your home. This could be a great time to find good bargains and offers for any interior decoration or upgrades that you may need. And so this is also something that can come to behoove you. Then on the 26th, we have Mercury coming with some unexpected news for you. Mercury is communication, so that could be a phone call, it could be messages, or even contracts too. With Uranus, the unexpected. Uranus for you is in the 9th house, so some of this news could come from afar. It can come from out of town. It could even come from out of country, for that matter, since the 9th house rules foreign countries, people, and places. But it's also to do with education, higher education. Some of you might even enroll to a new class at this time, and in that case, this will really be purposeful and helpful for you. And then by the end of the month, Venus. And Venus here with Saturn. Well, Saturn will always want to secure you, give you that anchor. Saturn's also authority, our inner authority. It could be people around us that represents authority as well. But being in such a great aspect to Venus, this is going to secure you and what is important to you. And again, I feel that this has to do with something that is joyful, since Saturn is in the 5th house for love and romance, but also for children. So it could be good news about your children and what they're doing. Maybe they are getting something secured, or maybe you as the parent, being Saturn, might go in and help and secure something for them. But it's also the area of self-expression. It's the arts. It's you doing the things that you love to do when you take time off for leisure. So the 29th is ending the month in such a good way that when you look back at what took place here in February, you're going to feel that that was a month that really just rolled off extremely well. And it's setting you up for March. In March, we do have the solar and lunar eclipse. I will be making special videos just for those so that we can hone in and see what that will be for you. So pay attention. Those of you who have subscribed will get it there to your emails. So between the new moon on the 8th, we have the full moon on the 22nd. Both of them are super powerful here this month. They're setting you up for now what the lunar and solar eclipses next month now will shut off for you. So I hope you will enjoy this month. Do listen to the Horoskopes too. Different information other than the astrological. So see what the cards have there for you. And of course, moon and rising sign always helps to listen to as well. And I'll see you next month, Leo. Have a good one.